So this is our beef patty recipe. So you need about 400 grams of beef mince and 200 grams of bacon bits. You have a teaspoon of chicken spice, a teaspoon of pepper, and 1 egg, half an onion, and 2 wheat bix that I just crushed. So what you need to do first is you need to start by adding the beef into your bowl. Just put it nicely there, and then your bacon bits. Okay, and your seasoning. Just mix that just roughly. We'll mix it properly in a moment. The reason why you're putting in the wheat bix and the egg is to help with the binding, so that your patty stays nice and firm and it doesn't fall apart, which can be frustrating, especially when you're doing it homemade. Okay, and lastly you put in your egg, and then here is where it gets messy.
Okay, so wifey doesn't want to get the nails all messy, this is where I come in. So this is a totally recipe of hers, a homemade patty. So I always give this opportunity to her to just explain everything, but she likes it. So I'm just going to start using my hands. Should mix everything nicely together. Mix, 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 and we are done.
Okay, so we divided them into 5.5 equal portions. So what you need now is cling wrap and a little small Tupperware to start. It makes it much easier. So you take one and put it in. And you just want to help with the evening out. It doesn't have to be perfect because you're going to reshape it in any way. Okay, like so. Then you start to close. Okay. Then you start pressing down a bit firm. And then when you take it out, you have one very nice patty. So we're going to quickly make all the other ones, and then you pop them into the freezer for about 15 minutes just to help with the binding process, and then they are ready to go, be made into something spectacular.
Hello everyone, so we're still in January, and we're not going to do a very long FaceTime today. We are a bit tired. We've been moving from Sunday. We were supposed to do a video yesterday, so we moved into a new apartment. That's going to be a bit better, making all the sauces and so forth. So we haven't had time since last week to go to all our customers and so forth regarding the sauces. Just a quick review on last week. We made between Tuesday and Wednesday, we made about just over, I'll say closer to 400 and 300 bottles of sauce that we set out in the market, just replacing all of the stock on our standing customers. So thanks for your support over December. We really appreciate that.
Okay, so what we are going to make tonight is something special. It's a traditional Hawaiian dish called Loco Moco. So we'll explain it step by step, but we did twist it and add a little bit extra here and there to make it more Hawaiian quality. So yeah, stay tuned for that.
So My wife did the 5 patties here. Just came out of the freezer, been there for 15 minutes just to get them nice, firm and tucked together. So that's going to be part of our Loco Moco. So what we have here, we've got a couple of eggs. So we're 5 people, the little one's not going to have an egg, it's going to be too much. I've got a teaspoon of black pepper, bit of mushrooms, bit of flour, we've got pineapple, we've got pepper juice, and then we've got our Warriors barbecue sauce. Now what we're going to do is, I'm going to fry the eggs. I'm going to use the flour and the mushrooms and the pepper to make a nice mushroom sauce, and then I'm going to add the pineapple and the pepper dew with the barbecue sauce into our rice. So I've got rice ready on the stove, normally cooked rice, nothing special. I did not rinse the rice because I want to do like a rice cake, a spicy rice cake. So I'm going to show you guys how we do that, and that's about it. So let me get everything ready. So I just added my pepper juice, my pineapple, and yes, my barbecue sauce. I just added that to my rice. So I'm going to make a nice spicy rice. I'm just going to stir this all the way and let it dry a bit in the pot with all the flavors. So there goes our first egg. I'm not going to show you how we do all the eggs. It's obvious. We put it in the middle of the pan. We want it nice and round. That's why I'm using my frying pan. So some of you guys will recognize this. We use it almost every day with the boerewors rolls to keep your worsies lekker warm. So just gonna add a bit of pepper, a bit of salt, and to get this all sunny side up, just gonna close it and leave it there for a second. So there's our first egg, sunny side up, perfect, soft yolk, perfectly done. I'm gonna do the other one just now. So what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna start my recipe for the mushroom sauce. I'm just gonna add a bit of milk to my dough, to my flour, sorry. I'm gonna mix this. So why I do this, if you don't mix your flour with the cold milk, it makes clots. So let me mix this thoroughly. So here's our pot. I'm just going to add a little bit of milk to cool down the pot a bit. And we're going to start adding our mixture between the dough and the milk. Flour, I'm sorry again. And now you want to start mixing it. You don't want this to burn. So you can see we're starting to get a nice thick sauce. Now I'm going to add pepper. That's my teaspoon of black pepper. I'm going to add a bit of salt, not too much. About half a teaspoon of salt. So mix. And I'm going to add my mushrooms. There we go. So mix all of this together. It's gonna give us a nice mushroom sauce. So our sauce is actually ready, but I lack a little bit of flavor. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of chicken herbs. Also just a half a teaspoon. And that is perfect. There you go, guys. So our rice is done. Nice spicy with the pepper juice, with the pineapple and a little bit of barbecue. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna add into this little pan. This is a little pan that we use for camping and so forth. I'm just gonna fill it up nicely, press it together. I'm actually gonna put it on the stove and have it cook there for about a minute or two on a very high heat, so it can basically form a shape. So let me do that quickly. I'll show you as soon as I'm done with that. There you go, guys. This is the patties that Lovey made. I'm also going to add that to, it's a different video, but I'm going to add that to this video. You guys can check that. So nicely bind it together. I'm going to throw that in. You see. So there you go. You can see it's forming bubbles on the edges. That says that to me that is perfect. So I'm just going to leave it for a second or two to cool down. As soon as it cools down, it's going to release itself from the edges and it is going to just fall out. So just give me a minute for that to cool down. So that's been a minute, or just over a minute, nicely cooled down. So I'm going to do this and throw it out. You can see, perfect round ice cake thingy going on there. I'm going to do the rest quickly. So there we go. I'm going to flip my patties quickly so you can see there's nothing falling apart. This recipe of my wife is perfect for homemade patties. So normally you can add cheese as well to this. We didn't do that today because with the rice it's already a bit rich and with the mushroom sauce. So leave them for another 2 or 3 minutes and they will be done. So there's our patties. So we're gonna do our first Loco Moco quickly for you guys so we can finish up the video. So there's our rice cake. We're gonna add that homemade patty to that. Put that aside, and we're going to take an egg, nice sunny side up egg, throw that on there, and now for the finale, our mushroom and pepper sauce. Perfectly cooked, very easy. You can just squeeze that around, let it roll over. Here you go guys. Perfect Hawaiian dish.